This is a story of the last action hero, but not the one you're thinking of. Our hero has real superpowers, and in the blink of an eye, can make a simple line come to life. Ryan Woodward shows what happens when you put passion over profit and you welcome the lessons of the unknown. Buckle up as we head on a journey to learn what makes ugly drawings move beautifully. Every good student needs an even better master, and Ryan Woodward will find Michelle Gagne, and he would switch his focus from being a character animator at Warner Brothers Feature to an effects animation. And for 7 years, he followed under that path. And this would set the tone for everything he learned moving forward, how he designed and how he eventually saw motion. He worked on several films, some little-known ones that you may know, that include Space Jam and Osmosis Jones. He was on his way to being a fantastic effects animator until the wrecking ball of the industry showed up, Toy Story. And all 2D animation studios closed their doors. He was left at a crossroads. He had to figure out, what is it that he wanted to do? Did he want to go into 3D, learn to be a 3D animator, or did he want to change careers? And he found the best of both worlds. And that's when he became a storyboard artist for live action. Here's where he would take all his years of animating at Warner Feature and turn it into something different and something new, where he would first learn storyboarding through the art of animatics, where he would take other storyboards and make them into animatics. But he wouldn't just make them into simple animatics. He would turn them into little mini features where he would add some 2D animation, some sound effects, and some more. Now, this wasn't necessary for his job, but because he loved it so much, he wanted to do a little bit more, and it would simply wow the directors. And the directors would then take these animatics back to the studio where they would get more money. And this is where he started his path down being a fantastic storyboard artist for live action films. After years of doing this, he's come up with a number of his own personal philosophies. When he thinks too much about a singular drawing being nice, that's when the animation falls apart. But if he recognizes the drawing is ugly in his mind, he feels like he can concentrate on the beauty of the flow of the animation. He used this for video game animation, storyboards, animatics, personal animation, app development, and all around things. Because Ryan was never afraid to take on the unknown, he learned a number of skills, from compositing to character animation, effects animation, animatics, and 3D. And from there, he put all these things together to create his own unique style that we see today. This style is predicated upon his principle: the body is more than a puppet, it's wiggly jello. This is a principle he brought over from effects animation and uses it in his character animation. He believes the human form is more like a bag of jello, as energy is always flowing in different ways. Instead of using static pose to pose, when he thinks as the body of jello, he believes it creates better animation. How he trains his body and mind to see these things and let her animate these things is he draws over live action film to figure out where the energy flows from. He constantly draws over footage to get an idea of where the energy disbursement looks like and where the energy is building up and where it's releasing. These studies allow him to have an appreciation for the human body and how the energy is always flowing. This is why when you look at his work, and specifically his storyboards, they're so full of life. He believes that animation is fun, but storyboards are work. And because of this, he storyboards in Adobe Animate. He believes that the simplified tools allow him to focus on the task at hand and not get into noodling. He then takes that and goes into After Effects for compositing and into Premiere for sound. In live action, boards are simply disposable artwork that are meant to create ideas. Sometimes the directors love them, stick to them one-to-one, but other times these are just meant for inspiration. And because of that, the job may not always creatively fulfill you, even when you're doing something that you love. Anything that you do repetitively over time can start to weigh on you. And that's when the personal projects come in. And this is the source of our hero's real power. He allows his interests to lead him, and he believes that leads to adventure. Adventure is found in what you don't know. If you don't know how to do something, that's when things get exciting. You will fail, but that doesn't matter. It's the learnings you gain from failures. That's what led him to making the app bottom of the ninth. He also made Thought of You because he allowed his passion to push him forward. His love of figure drawing, EFX animation, and modern dance led to the short that would enchant the hearts of many. With over 9 million views, Ryan has worked in the filming, game, animation industry in roles such as animator, storyboard, concept artist, writer, and director for over 28 years. He's so good that at Paramount Animation, they held a unique title for him as Dynamic Sequence Artist due to his unique touch with action-oriented scenes. He taught at BYU as a teen professor for over 10 years. He's worked at Riot Games, Lightspeed Games, and Naughty Dog. But he feels that personal projects should have a different definition, as reward from work is money. Reward for personal projects should push you more in your career than work ever does. This is what makes him a true animation superhero. In an attempt to animate with as much energy as Ryan Woodward, I utilized his yelling dude as reference and applied the mouth shapes and overall attitude to a character that I developed, which is Frozone, dressed up as the Joker.